Welcome to the Is This College or University for You session, which is brought by Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Rho Omega Chapter, and I am Cheryl Tate. When searching for a college or university, there are many questions that should be asked to assist you in gathering specific details about the institution before you decide to apply for admissions. The information that I will share today can be used if you're talking with a college recruiter, if you are completing a virtual search for an institution to attend. Your first step is to really gather some general information as you begin your search for a specific university or college. So of course, you're gonna reach out and find out the name of the college or university. You're going to be looking to find out if it's a public school, if it's a private school, is the institution a 2-year college or 4-year university? Where is it located? Is it in the urban area, which will be a city, a suburban area, small town, or is the location of the institution in a rural area? So for some general information that you'll continue to gather would be the total university or college student enrollment, the number of students that are full-time, the number of students that are part-time. Also in terms of living arrangements, in terms of the percentage of students who live on campus in dorms, also the percent of students who actually live off campus. So is it a commuter college, or is it a college or university that most students actually live on the campus itself? What's the academic calendar? Are the semesters, is it semesters? Is the calendar split up into quarters, trimesters? What is the actual professor or teacher student ratio? What are some of the teaching methods? Do you have options of lecture classes? Are most courses offered online? Are you able to select small classes? Because when you talk about a lecture hall style, you may have 100, 150 students in that class versus a small class where you might only have 25, 30, 40 students in the class. And so being aware of those teaching methods will be very helpful, because when you know how you learn best, you can select courses based on your learning style. In terms of some more information that you will be gathering will be around the student retention rate per classification. And that's really, finding out the number of students who might come in as a freshman, and each year from sophomore year to junior year to senior year, are those numbers steady, or is there a large percent of students who don't come back every year as they progress from freshman year all the way up to the senior year? Looking at in terms of questions around admissions. So in terms of the GPA, what's the average GPA for students that are entering or accepted for that institution? Also, what's the average in terms of ACT and or SAT scores for the students that are accepted? Does the institution look at the ACT or SAT test separately? Or can you as a student, can you submit scores from different tests? And one of the major questions you need to answer right when you get started would be, does the institution have your major and or your minor? Then also, when is it necessary to declare your major? Sometimes it is after so many credits that you obtained. Sometimes it could be after you have so many of what they call prerequisite classes completed. So again, knowing when it's necessary or when you can declare is also important. Also, when you come out of high school, does the institution look at or value or give credit for advanced placement courses, which are the AP courses, international baccalaureate courses, IB courses, or in terms of early college, high school courses? Is there academic credit given to incoming freshmen who have completed that coursework while they're in high school. And looking at the honors college requirements, what are they? Are there early admissions for this particular institution? And then when will you be notified in terms of your admission status? When do notifications generally go out telling you that you've been accepted or you have not been accepted to that institution? Financial aid and scholarships information is very important. You need to know if the school classifies you as being a resident, which means you live in the state, or a non-resident who lives out of the state, because schools that classify students as being residents and non-residents, what happens, there's usually a tuition difference in the two. So what's the cost of room and board, tuition and fees at the resident rate, non-resident rate, or just across the board? Also, in terms of students receiving financial aid, what's that percentage? What's the average financial aid package that students receive? Then also, what's the typical breakdown of loans and grants that students usually have, or even packages that are offered to students? The types of academic merit awards offered, and also the different requirements for each. Are there summer internships available? Also, what are some of the options that you will have in terms of campus job placement on the campus? Is there a campus placement office? What types of jobs are offered? You just have that information going in. Again, it helps you make better decisions about, is this college or university really for you? There are some general requirements that you should be gathering information around. Again, in terms of your major, what are the overall hours I need to graduate? In terms of your major, also the overall GPA that you must have to meet those requirements to graduate. And then also, what is the overall graduation rate within your major? And again, is there career counseling or job placements, an office or available, or assistance to me, so that as I'm going through my course of study, if I'm able to get those internships, or even when I'm about to graduate, is there resources available to help me to secure, or to help you secure a position within your major? Student life and student support services. Are there study abroad programs? If you're interested in studying in another country, is that an option? Are those options available for you? Does the school, have offer internships within your major? What are some of the types of tutoring or even academic support that's available to you? You might want to ask questions or gather information around Greek organizations on campus. What are some of the athletic opportunities on campus? What other social or clubs that they may have, or organizations that are on campus? Is there a band that you might want to participate in? Also choir, if you're interested in singing, what are some of the choir requirements? Does a school even have a band or choir? And if so, how might you get involved? Then also, of course, as you're talking to a college recruiter, or as you're searching online for information about a school, any additional information that you might need or that you might discover, that's always good, because as you begin to look for schools and see if they're a good match, other questions might come up that you might have as you have the conversation, or you're completing this particular questionnaire. So as this session comes to an end, hopefully I provided some useful information as you begin, or as you continue your college search. Thank you for watching. Is this college or university for you? And as we know, there are many questions to answer before selecting a school. Thank you for watching.